Katsumi heaved a sigh of relief when he saw us. At first, we were all kind to him. But when we were finally relieved to see he was alive, we lashed out at him. Akiko was the loudest of us.
You freak! Are you an adrenaline addict? Or is your sense of danger equal to that of a child? When will you stop bringing us into situations like these, for goodness sake?
As always, I just wanted to make things right. Do something right for a change.
And this is good to you?
I find it easier to think that you're the biggest fool on Earth, that's the only reason why you do this kind of stuff. However, we all know that's not the case.
I just thought I could use my knowledge for the greater good. And make my problem disappear.
How? Did you invent a time machine?
I'll write down that idea.
Oh dear God.
Don't you give him any ideas, Akiko. He's nuts.
I admit it, I am a little nuts. Who else would have thought of bringing down ChatLinx servers?
So you're the reason why the app's not working.
I don't know what to say.
It's your fault that I thought Tadaki was ignoring my texts.
Imagine a life without virtual reality, which gives you an illusion of reality.
How exactly were you planning to do that?
I'll explain everything. Thanks for showing interest in my ideas.
Does it matter how?
Akiko, it seems like that idea was more important to him than his own life.
To be honest, I wasn't really counting on the fact that someone may take away my life because of what I did.
Do you know how much money ChatLinx could have lost because of you?
I can only guess. The fact is that I saved you all from staring at your phone screens at least for a day.
So you just wanted some attention?
Fine. Maybe I just bit off more than I could chew.
So you thought that as long as there was no ChatLinx app, your problems would be gone?
It makes sense that you tried to do that, but I don't think it will solve anything in the long run.
I overestimated my abilities. I felt it was beneath my dignity to ask my college friend for help. Daisuke.
Who's Daisuke?
He's the best programmer I've ever met. He would have never made such a stupid mistake as I did. Not like he didn't warn me, though.
You never mentioned him. But, you know, you could contact him now and ask for help.
I guess I'll have to. With his help, I could fix everything in a matter of days.
The last thing we need now is dragging more people into this.
The first thing you gotta do is tell everything to the police.
You owe it to Tadaki.
Do the right thing, Katsumi.
I will.
Katsumi was taken to the police for interrogation. And he confessed everything, just as he'd promised. I withdrew into my shell since that notorious night. I didn't want to go out or see anybody. I spent my time studying and talking to my mom. I heard that Tadaki was released from jail soon afterwards, and that Katsumi got away with parole. Also, he had to pay some compensation to ChatLinx, so he had to work 24/7. One of the tasks he had, among everything else, was to make ChatLinx servers work again. In return, Goro Oshiro would listen to his lawyer's advice and reduce the price he was demanding in the name of the compensation. Several days later, I'm gonna die from this boredom. I haven't heard from anybody ever since the app stopped working. It's not like I was very active myself, but still, I missed my best friend in our talks. Akiko was probably spending days with Tadaki, and that was why she stopped calling me. Katsumi's at work, and Rokudo's probably studying just like me. I'll call Akiko and remind her that I exist.
Hello!
Hello, Akiko. You sound happy.
Oh no, it's just your impression. I've always been like that.
Tell it to someone who doesn't know you. I can't wait to hear the reason why you're happy. Maybe it's contagious.
What's going on?
It's not that. It's just I've been staying in the house for too long. I meant to ask if you would like to join me for coffee in that cafe we both like.
Ugh, I'll have to ask for a rain check. I'm meeting Tadaki soon. I won't have time.
Never mind, Akiko. It's okay. I'll see you one of these days. What's the occasion of your date anyway?
I don't know anything. I'm just happy because he gave me a hint that he's preparing a surprise for me.
That's great. I can't wait to hear everything about it.
I'll send you a picture right away. Oops, ChatLinx is still not working. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's been a while. And that's why nobody ever calls. As if they forgot they can use their cell phones to call too. That was their original purpose after all.
You're angry now because I didn't call you. That's what this is all about?
No, it doesn't matter anymore.
But it does! I don't want my friend to be sad.
Don't you worry about me. I know exactly who I'm gonna call to lift my spirits.
Who? You mean your boyfriend?
Bye, Akiko!
Bye-bye.
My aim is to get out of these four walls. Does it matter if I go out with my boyfriend or my friend? I didn't even expect he'd answer. At least Mizuki didn't answer it. Half an hour later, I got a text from Katsumi. Just as I assumed. I'll check if Rokuto has any plans. If he blows me off too, I'm gonna go out all by myself and play with cats.
You're not gonna believe this, but I just thought of you and decided to call you.
No, I don't believe you. It's just an excuse for not calling me for such a long time.
You know me, babe. I never lie.
Then prove it if you were really thinking of me.
How am I to do that? Can you read my mind? Actually, better not.
You're lucky I can't. But I know how you can make it up for disappearing from the face of the earth.
I'm in an excellent mood today. Tell me, what fantasy do you want me to fulfill for you?
I didn't mean that. You're going out for coffee with me. I need to get out of the house.
Sure, let's go right away.
So you don't have any preferences about the place?
I have an answer to that. But I'm afraid you'd get mad at me. I don't want to risk it. We can go wherever you want to go. I'm near college.
Great. We'll meet in the cat cafe.
Cats? You mean pussycats, girls? Consider I'm already there.
Stay calm and don't touch anything before I come.
You're cruel, you know that?
And you're funny, Rokuto. You already cheered me up. Wait for me. I'll be there in an hour tops.
Don't worry, I'm all yours today. I wouldn't want to disappoint pussycats.
See you soon!
See you!
I felt excellent after I talked to Rokuto. I wanted to dress nicely and use the day to the fullest. The surge of the good mood, among other things, reflected on my choice of clothes as well. Considering the place where I was supposed to meet Rokuto, and also the fact that he liked cats very much, I decided I myself should look cute just like those kitties. I stopped by some clothes shop on my way there and found a perfect outfit. I don't know. I'm not sure. While I was weighing my options, thinking whether I should buy it or not, some girl pushed me away and took one of the last items displayed before my nose. That's what happens when I can't make up my mind. I need to hurry up or else I'm gonna be late. I don't have time for shopping. Rokuto had already been waiting in the cafe. He was sitting in a corner and trying to get rid of a cat, which had her paws wrapped around his ankles. He saw me, waved hello, and focused on the cat. Obviously, I didn't make any effort to impress him with my looks. What was I expecting?
You come here often to play with cats?
Not as often as Akiko. She'd live here if it weren't for the limited work hours. I see these kitties really like you.
Especially this one. It looks like I can take her home without lifting a finger.
You charmed her.
Well, I don't want to brag, but I've always been a charmer. Girls just love me. Although, one of them slipped through my fingers.
Rokudo winked at me and kept on watching me. He wanted to be sure I understood his signal. Maybe I know her, and I know a way you can win her over.
Then you'll whisper it to me when I'm ready to go after her.
Copy that.
Let's talk about you now.
I don't like to talk about myself. You know everything that happened anyway.
I know. How come you're not with your boyfriend now?
How come you don't have a girlfriend? We were staring at each other expecting to get an answer. But neither of us wanted to open up. One of the cats from under the table tickled me with its tail. I moved my foot and accidentally stepped on Rokudo's foot. Oops. Sorry, it wasn't on purpose. This cat of yours is meaning to kick me out of the game. She's tickling me.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I could swear I saw Rokudo's cheeks getting blushed. I made him feel uncomfortable, but only for a moment. My sloppiness and good mood encouraged him to make the next move. He put his palm over mine, all the while looking at me curiously, as if he was tempting me. The warmth of his palm and the attention he was showing me pleased me. I leaned over the table without taking my eyes off his. We were so close to each other, I could feel his warm breath. His palm was still on mine. My eyes fixated on his, but our hearts were still hesitating. We weren't talking, but our looks were speaking volumes. Naturally, Katsumi witnessed that too, when he showed up at the door of the cafe shortly afterwards. We moved away from one another, but it was too late.
Am I interrupting?
We had a small incident. I accidentally stepped on Rokudo's foot because of the cat that was messing around his legs.
Yeah, what a nemesis.
You say so.
I'm glad to see you're doing okay, Katsumi. I'll leave you two alone to talk.
I didn't want to keep Rokudo any longer, so that Katsumi wouldn't get even more suspicious. I was afraid he'd notice how scared I was.
I saw you entering the cafe from the window of my office, and thought how I wished to be with you. I didn't know you'd already found somebody to replace me.
We were just chatting. I was lonely at home, and I needed to get some fresh air. I'm glad you're here now.
I like this place. We should come here more often. It's quiet, if we disregard this cat.
She's gone now. It probably has something to do with Rokudo. She likes him more than you.
Then I have to find a way to win her over.
Katsumi kissed me quite unexpectedly, gently and lovingly. His closeness completely melted me. We left the cafe and headed toward his apartment. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try to do something, the universe makes sure something completely opposite happens. Just as we thought that it was our moment of peace, and that we were finally gonna forget about all the struggles, we saw trouble walking towards us. It was Akiko.
Guys, hello!
Akiko, what are you doing here? Weren't you supposed to go on a date with Tadaki?
Yeah, we were on a date. Up to this very moment.
Don't hesitate to tell me everything, Akiko. I like to know all the details too.
No way, weirdo!
You always cheer me up with your negative attitude. Sorry for stealing your friend.
I need to talk too. Will you excuse us for a moment?
Go ahead. We have the rest of the day just for the two of us.
Thank you for showing understanding for our girl gossip.
No problem. I know I'll have you all for myself a little later. Talk to you later. I'll be in my apartment.
We said goodbye to him and headed for a walk. Akiko was holding my hand and talking incessantly.
I need to talk to you, but first we have to talk about you. Your boyfriend bailed so quickly. Like he couldn't wait to be alone.
It wouldn't surprise me if that were true.
Did something happen between you two?
No, nothing. It's just, I sometimes wonder if he's at all jealous of other men around me.
Even if he's jealous, he'll never show it to you.
I don't like when a guy is jealous. That would be a pain in the neck.
See? That's what I'm talking about. That means something happened, and you're keeping it from me.
Nothing special, really. I was sitting in a cafe with Rokudo, and Katsumi joined us soon afterwards.
Bravo! You always have someone in stack.
I wasn't aiming for that, but yeah, it looked like that. He touched me and my boyfriend saw us. Luckily, he didn't make a scene.
Now he's gonna go home and punch a pillow. Or the two of them already met to resolve their disputes. That's why he didn't mind when I stole you from him.
Don't scare me, Akiko.
It's just an assumption. Don't sweat about it. They would never do something like that. They are friends. What's more important is how you felt when that happened. Did it look like something good, or did it seem wrong?
I feel uncomfortable because of what happened. I think I felt he was having certain feelings for me.
Then you're an even greater problem than I am.
Let me hear what's making you all so edgy.
I don't know what's going on with me. At one moment, I'm in love. I want to please Tadaki. And the next one, he's getting on my nerves.
That's because your expectations are too high or you want everything too soon. You just can't relax and let things go their own way.
It bugs me when somebody's hesitating, procrastinating, or is having second thoughts. I want everything right away.
Everyone who knows you knows that. Everyone except Tadaki, that is. Give him some time to get to know you better.
It's late now. I did it, and now I'm wondering if I made the right choice.
I'm not following you. Akiko was talking so wildly, like we were the only people in the street. I kept looking back and all around us, and checking if there was someone who could hear us. The weird looks of passersby were giving me confirmation. Akiko, take a deep breath, slow down, and tell me. But please, with no gesticulation or yelling. People are watching us.
If only I cared. It's not like I'm gonna see them ever in my life again. Ugh. Tadaki had invited me to lunch at his place. He prepared everything like I like. That means he was listening carefully to everything I was saying. I was touched.
Tadaki seems like a very caring guy. Such guys are so rare these days.
Yeah, I was so delighted with the food and the attention he was giving me. I didn't know what to do in return.
You should have invited him to dinner, as simple as that. Or buy him a gift.
I did completely the opposite. I slept with him.
Way to go, Akiko. When a guy won't take the initiative. What else can you do? Bravo.
You're thrilled? I expected scolding, yelling.
I understand why you did it. It seems like you can't understand it unless you find yourself in the same situation. Akiko looked me from the corner of her eye, showing me she understood me. And she wouldn't ask me anything until I decided to tell her. I didn't tell anyone about the emotions I was fighting with. Not until I was completely sure about myself.
And what do I do now that won't ruin everything? Are we now in a relationship or what?
That's a tough question, but I think I may have an idea. What do you think about introducing him to our gang? We'll go on a double date and break the ice.
You're right. Tadaki will get a clear picture when he gets invited from a couple to go on a double date.
Since you were speeding up the process, it won't be weird if you invite him on a date this early.
It's better that way. He needs to get used to my fickle nature.
There will be lots of work for him there. Akiko was constantly checking her phone. And then, at one moment, I heard that familiar sound. She received a text from Tadaki on ChatLinx.
Tadaki texted me. I don't have the guts to open the text.
ChatLinx is working? Since when?
It's been a few hours. I thought you knew that. I mean, I thought Katsumi told you about it first.
He didn't. All I know is he finished work earlier.
There you go. They let him go as he did everything right. He'll grow into a fine young man one day.
That was when our cell phones started vibrating one after another. Everyone was texting like they'd been deprived of that for a whole eternity. It was hard to reply to all those texts in the middle of the street. But we weren't alone in that. Other passersby were walking down the street and typing at the same time too. Unlike me, Akiko was smiling while she was reading her texts. She saw something was going on, so she waited for me to put the phone down and started asking me questions.
Boyfriend problems?
Problems with guys in general.
You're having second thoughts. I can read it from your face.
How can I be so sure?
You can't be. At least not until you try both of them.
Stop messing with me, Akiko. I'm not in the mood.
I'm not messing with you. I'm suggesting you offer an equal chance to each of them.
It seems like my boyfriend saw too much and thought he would end up playing second fiddle. He says he'll be waiting for me tonight, and that he'll take it as a man in case I don't show up.
Oh, isn't he cute? He even made it all easier for him.
Those situations are never easy. But I had to be honest, at least to myself, if not to others. I wouldn't have the courage to talk about it in person. That's why I instantly texted him before I got overwhelmed with panic and changed my mind.